Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Imagine I don't like no soldiers for the Spirit of the Lord. We don't like no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commander General Yohana na Isupk.
This is what Commander General Yohana did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Isupk Detroit presents under Commanding General Yohana. Isupk Detroit Community Service. If you're on probation or have a felony, you can fulfill your community service hours here at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. We offer expungement services for most felonies. We also do food drive, counseling, and health fairs. For more information, call 810-392-3261. Again, call 810-392-3261.
We're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Isupk. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother. Macho. Barak. Yeshabiam, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
Come on, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
Ironic.
You know the truth is the truth, that's all I know. Cry loud and spare not, you gon' get exposed. A few real niggas left, you not one of those. Real soldiers, we was born to stand 10 toes. If he ain't one West, that nigga not one of mine. He got a purple 12, me, I got a black 9. The truth is the wife of my youth, chopper my concubine. Had to die to get my real, that bitch forever mine. You know the game, a bishop gotta be blameless. But GMS teaching niggas to be rapists. They screaming we snitch. When Joey Morgan was killed by your brother, y'all ain't say shit. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs.
Hey, 100 deep, 100 shields on, that's 100 priests. 100 boots, that's 200 feet. Tongue like a sword when I fucking speak. Teach you how to fish instead of fucking leech. Stop selling drugs instead of trying to fuck with me. Knowledgeable, but I'm rude in my fucking speech. Life is about warfare, not no fucking peace. Big bitch, I cry loud when I fucking speak. Make them wait a year before they fuck with me. Turn a street nigga to a fucking priest. Cross a priest and I promise you forever sleep.
All right, all right. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Check the sound. I'm gonna do a quick sound check right quick. Testing 1 2. Okay, that's all. Testing 1 2. All right, all right. Okay, y'all can hear me. That's smooth. All right. Hey, Shalom, how about? All right. Shalom, how about Shem Yahshua Barakatham to the Akim? Shalom, how about Shem Yahshua? I mean, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Alataba Shem Yahshua to the Akwata. Once again, Officer of 1,000 Awaja. This is the ISUPK Detroit Law Class. Detroit Law Class under Commander General Yohana, man. As, of course, has been holding this troop down forever and a day, man. As I always do, I give a shout out to Commander General Yohana for holding it down. Because if he didn't hold the troop down, Lord knows where I would be. A lot of our brothers and sisters would be in a world of trouble. Okay? Water to him for holding this truth down. Also, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. Get these algorithms out, get this truth out there to our brothers and sisters who are lost in the world, man. Need this truth. Who need this truth like you and I did. And in a lot of cases, they need it severely more. Our people are suffering out there. They need to hear this truth. They need to hear the things that we offer to ease the hurt of our people. They need to hear about our food drives. They need to hear about our programs that we have, felony expungements, things of that nature. They need to hear about these. So do your part, like, share, get these classes out here, man, to help our people, man. Our people are we in a bad way. Truly are suffering out. Okay? That and went into the class now. As y'all know, yesterday or today, we went out at our people. We went out and started the process of voting, so we start putting in a new president. Right? So a lot of our brothers and sisters, they went out to the polls. They did their thing. So they think they expecting change to come. Well, I have a question. For all my Salakia, before I go any further, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I'll get to it. Second I see it, I'll get to it. Take me a second to get to it, just give me a moment. But I will get to it. When I check the questions, I'll answer them. Okay? Right. I was saying, our brothers and sisters, and they are in they went out, they voted to create a change, right? Now, to all my brothers and sisters who voted, right? Or who plan to vote, or who think voting changes anything, I have a question. And just type it in the chat. You don't have to give a whole story. Just, type one or two things in the chat. What positive effect has voting had on our people? Again, question is, what positive effect has voting had on our people? because I would love to know that. That's something I really want y'all to really type something in the, like, because me personally, when I look at it, it looks to me as if we haven't progressed but digressed as we started to vote. Meaning the togetherness that we had before we started voting has been destroyed since we started voting. Okay? Since we started voting. So please, because I don't see the benefit of blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans voting. I have yet to see the benefit from it. I have yet to see voting give us control of our neighborhoods. I've only seen, since we started voting, more drugs getting pushed in our community, more prostitution getting pushed in our community. Everything that destroys the moral fabric of our community has been pushed in there since we started voting. It's undeniable. What do we get? To drink out the same water fountain? To sit down at the same, to go into the same restaurant? Type it in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. With that being said, today we're going to start at Proverbs 1 and 22. Proverbs 1 and 22. Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just type it in the chat. Let me know. Right? Give me 1 second. I want to check the chat and I want to see what is these great things that we getting. Okay? All right, with that, let's start with Proverbs 1 and 22. And it reads, it says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Like, how long will we love simplicity? How long before we realize that voting is doing absolutely nothing for us? It's that time of year right now. And in a minute, in a few minutes, you know what else they're going to be talking about? Reparations. For every time it's a presidential election coming up, you start hearing some rumor getting put on the internet or something about some reparations for black people. Don't start hearing all that nonsense. Getting you all hyped up. When all they want is your vote. They don't give one care about you. One care about you, they don't care. They don't even think about you. You just voting for another oppressor to come and oppress you more. How long will we love simplicity? How long will we keep falling for the same thing? And what do? They use entertainers to help push their agenda on us, man. Remember, a few years ago, they was talking about vote or unalived. And they had all the rappers and singers and the people that we idolize. For whatever reason, I don't understand why we idolize entertainers. They're entertainers. They're there just to entertain you. They do. Sing, they rap, they do comedy, they act. They're there for entertainment. You shouldn't look at them as leaders when it comes time to take care of serious business. We the only nation of people that does that. No other nation would put their singer or their dancer or their comedian to go talk about important business of the people, of their people. I remember a couple years back, they said Steve Harvey in there to talk to Donald Trump, man. And Kanye talking to Donald Trump. These people are entertainers, man. They're not real leaders of black people. They don't understand. They just about whatever the agenda is the oppressor, whatever agenda is that the oppressor is pushing. Now, I ain't saying they do it on purpose. Some instances they just don't know, and in others they just don't care. But the thing is, how long are we going to keep falling for these type of things? How long are we going to look before we look at it and see that's just a tactic that they're using? Every year, every time it's election time, whatever it is for, mayor, alderman, president, city, it does not matter. Every year, we have 1,000 complaints about what's not being done and what needs to be done. And yet and still, we put the same people in, we put our power behind the same people. The same government. You looking at a Democrat and a Republican, it's the government. Neither side is for you. The government is one body. And when it comes to your best interest, they don't stand for you. Okay? How long will we love simplicity, man? And the scorners delight in their scorners, and fools hate knowledge. Scriptures say fools hate knowledge, and that is true, man. And scorn, they look at us and say it's something wrong with us because we don't vote. Maybe they never heard of Black Wall Street. Because we did that without voting. We didn't need to vote to build that up. And there's others. I just use Black Wall Street. Why? Because it's the most known one. More people know about Black Wall Street. But it wasn't the only one. Okay? But the point is we did it without we did it solely us depending on each other. Us depending on each other. That's how you know these scriptures is real, man. That's how you know these scriptures is real right here. Because that's how they got it done. They got it done depending on each other, one another. Right? Watch this. Let's get Deuteronomy. Second here. Let's get Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Because what we do today, we'll do a quick little parallel. So what we do today is we go vote for a Democrat or a Republican, something of that nature, does not have our best interests at heart. Neither one of them has our best interest. Don't and we don't even consider or think about that. Just been so programmed and so conditioned to vote, never really focus on actual results. Okay, we never really focus on the actual results of voting. Never really focus on what change does it have. Is the change that it's having, is it a positive change or a negative change? And the reason why we don't pay attention, because we too quick. All we care about is running to the dispensary and voting Democrat. That's all we know. We just go, a lot of us just go to the poll and look at the Democrat side and just hit Democrat, 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 Democrat. You don't know what the hell they teaching, talking about, none of that stuff. You just know it's a Democrat and you Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. That's all you know. Don't vote Republican. Okay? That's all you know. And it leads to the destruction of our people. It leads to the destruction. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. This is why I love the scriptures right here. This Deuteronomy, this Deuteronomy 17 and 15. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise." Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are round about me," meaning we're going to set a ruler up over us, right? That's what y'all do when y'all go in them voting booths. Voting set a ruler up over you. The mistake that you making, you voting for the oppressor. Put an oppressor over you, somebody who's going to oppress you. And how do you deal with that oppressor? You run to that's why it's dispensaries on every corner now. That's what you do. You run to the dispensary to deal with that oppression. Instead of facing that oppression head on, you pacify it. Okay? Yeah, instead of dealing with that oppression head on, you pacify it, man. Because you really don't know how to deal with it. Which, again, another reason why it's so important to get these classes out there, man. It's so important to get these classes out there. So important to share these classes with so our people can see these classes and know you don't have to depend on an oppressor, man. We have a leader, somebody that will actually lead black people, somebody who actually care about black people, somebody who actually have the best interest of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at heart, man. We have Commander General Yohana, man. You have somebody that actually cares about you. And a lot of our people know that going into voting booths is not going to change anything. They just been so conditioned to do it. So that's what they do. They've been trained to do it. They feel good when they put one of them stupid stickers on their shirt talking about I voted. Then you ask them what does it change, they can't even, they ain't got an answer for you. Right? Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee. It says, thou shalt in any, this verse 15, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God has chosen. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. See what the Lord said? Lord said, set one from among your brethren. You think y'all was so y'all was so quick to say Trump, we gotta get Trump out of there, and then y'all put Biden in there, and he just as bad. Like, when are y'all gonna realize that there is no good choice for you? It's not a good choice for you. The Lord said you have to set one up of your brethren. You have to set a leader up over you who wants to do nothing more than serve the Lord. That's the kind of leader we need in the Black and Hispanic community. Somebody who wants to serve the Lord. Not serve the Lord like your Christian pastor served the Lord, by jumping around and dancing and all that old nonsense. Like somebody who actually is doing what the Lord said do. That's Commander General Yohana. That's a leader. Commander General Yohana is a leader, man. He is a leader. He is the leader of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He is the leader. That's what we should. That's what we should be. That's what we should be pushing to lead us. That's who should be sitting down at the table with the president talking to him about black issues. Instead, y'all want Steve Harvey sitting there. Not that Commander General Yohana would do it, but you get what I'm saying. Okay? Get what I'm saying. Right? One from among thy brother shall thou set king over thee. That's heavy right there. Because think about who would understand you more than somebody who's going through what you go through. You expect an oppressor to have compassion on you when it's never happened since we've been in this country. This is not, Micah 2:10 say, this is not our place of rest, man. This is not our place of rest, man. We're not supposed to be looking for an oppressor to help and save us, man. That ain't what we supposed to be doing. We supposed to be looking at the wrong that the oppressor doing and saying, you know what? Hell no. I ain't going for that no more. All right, we fell for that. We thought that would help. We thought that would change something. We thought that meant something. But the second y'all seen it didn't, y'all supposed to come back up out of that and then regroup and be like, okay, hold on. Well, this is what we need to do because that's not working. That ain't happening. But because we had poor leadership, because we didn't have men that loved the Lord, we didn't have men that served the Lord, men that was obedient to what the Lord said do. We didn't have men to tell us that we was supposed to be separate from the other nations, and that we not supposed to be mixing and mingling with them. We didn't have those type of men. We did not have those type of men. We had men who said, join them hand to hand. You can't join hand to hand with someone who only thinks about unaliving you. You can't be together with someone who's only thinking about harming you in every way they can, in whichever way they can think about it. Someone that's thinking about destroying your family, breaking your family up, they're not thinking about keeping your family. Your family together is what they fear. Right? Finish this up right quick. It says, thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. The Lord does not want a ruler of another nation sitting over the top of his people. He does not want that. Meanwhile, let me ask you a question. So we mixed in with another nation of people, or other nations of people, right? So we put a person from another nation over all of us, right? Who do you think he's going to choose first? He's going to choose his people first. He's going to choose his people first. Think about what we did. Joe Biden called black people predators, and we still voted behind him and put him in office. That's what we did. When we should have said to hell with that. We're not gonna do either. We sick of this mess, man. We gonna do what the Lord said for us to do, man. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna do what the Lord said do. Y'all see us out there on them corners telling y'all about the oppressor, telling y'all the oppressor ain't right. And then they do it right in your face, and then it's like we take it, man. When coming in here and putting on that spirit of Christ under Commander General Hunter, man, you learn how to stand strong with your people, man. You come in here and you get actual solutions. You come in here, actually get answers that fix black people, man. It's all in here, man. It's all in here, man. Because we have a righteous ruler, one from our brethren, in here. That's what we have, man. We don't have somebody who just saying the things that's whispering smooth words to. What the scripture say? prophesies not harsh things to us, but speaks smoothly to us. We don't have somebody telling us smooth things. We got somebody telling us the truth. I know sometimes truth is a hard pill to swallow, but damn it, should be thankful that we have somebody to tell the truth, because that's what we need, man. Because everybody that's telling you voting is going to change something, they're lying to you, being lied to. You are being lied to by them. Right? Let's get Book of Daniel, the 8th chapter. Daniel in the 8th chapter. Yeah, they're lying to you, man. I'm going to give you a quick example. In the 80s, while they were the ones bringing the drugs in, right? Let's not forget that. Your oppressor was the one bringing all the drugs in. Your government, your the people you voted for, they were the ones bringing in all the drugs. You were the one, our people, were the ones being locked up in jail for it, locked up in prison for it. And you know what they said? They said we need tougher laws. We need to lock these criminals up. That's when Joe Biden called us predators and all kind of stuff. And they the ones bringing it in, right? But when that was our crack epidemic. When they people went the opiate epidemic, as they still going through right now, what they doing? People are sick. See, this is what happens when you put a ruler of another nation. That ruler look at you, you a criminal, you an animal, you need to be thrown in jail and locked away forever. But when it comes, with no compassion for you, but when it comes to his people are sick, they need help. They make sure that they have clean needles so they can take their drugs. Wait a minute. I thought heroin was illegal. I thought if you had, how come when we have when heroin was in the black community, we needed tougher penalties. The laws needed to change. Need to be hard on these people, these criminals. But when your people using heroin, you setting up tents and got places where they can go and do their heroin safely. That way they don't have to be bothered or any danger. You're going to make it nice and comfortable. The whole time, it's still illegal. When they come in with heroin, shouldn't they go to jail? That's what the tougher penalties was for, right? That's what it was about, right? That's what the war on drugs was about, right? But it is a difference when it's you versus his people. It's a difference. That's the power. That's how we know this Bible is such a true thing, man. Because the Lord lays out how he wants it. And why, and this is why he wants it that way. Can't have another nation ruling over you. Because that nation only wants one thing. What? His people on top. His people come first. If the Lord wanted everybody together like that, he would have just done that. in the beginning. He never intended it to be that way. All this come together and everybody hold hands. It's lies. It doesn't work that way. The Lord didn't set it up that way. That's why the Lord separated everybody and gave them their own land. This place has beat us down and tricked us and raped us and robbed us. Oh, Salakia. And done every horrible thing you can do to a people we have experienced inside of this kingdom, man. We are Daniel 8:25. Everything that we have experienced inside of this kingdom. Salaki, let me just check right quick, make sure I don't got no questions. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, every single horrible thing, man, this kingdom has done to us, man. Well, the scriptures say whose oppressors, and I'm just paraphrasing, who oppressors slay them and hold themselves guiltless. They do these things and they don't hold themselves, they don't believe that they're doing anything wrong. They say they believe it's the will of the Lord. And we sitting in here voting for these people, man. Only Commander General Yohana is telling us, nah, that ain't the way to do it. No, that's the wrong way to go about it. The Lord don't want that. Lord said, don't set another ruler over you from another nation, man. Commander General Yohana is teaching us these things, man. We got a king. Christ is our king, man. How about you come in here and serve your king, Christ? How about that? How about that? Because we've tried everything else and nothing has worked for us, man. Nothing has worked for us. Think about all the different movements that was going on. It all came, think about the GDs. Think about what they started out as. They just started at somewhere to just like protect the neighborhood. They was about protecting the neighborhood and making the neighborhood better. That's what the Vice Lord started at. They was about protecting the neighborhood. They weren't at war with one another. It was about growth and development. That's GD, growth and development. But what happens when you start leaning on the oppressor? Oppressor get in there and he stirred things up, and now look what it's turned into. Because we put our trust in people that want to destroy us, instead of putting our trust in the Lord like we should. Instead of serving Christ, None of us should be running to a voting booth voting for anybody. What we should do is should be in class filling these seats up in every school across the nation and across the world, serving Christ, because that's the thing that's going to bring change. You won't change, you have to serve Christ, man. And you have to come in here to learn how to serve Christ. There's too many of our brothers thinking they can just sit at home with a phone and a computer and they doing okay. You not. The scriptures say what? What the scriptures say? The scriptures say 2 is better than 1. Sitting at home on the internet in your mama basement, in your underclothes, doing nothing but talking a bunch of mess. Come in here and get in all black, man, and put some work in. Make it count. Come in here where you can do some good to help your brother. But sitting at home in the basement with the phone ain't doing it. Come in here. We'll show you how to serve the Lord. We'll show you how to fix black people. We'll show you how to really actually do something, to actually help. Okay? Daniel 8 and where we at? Daniel 8 and 25. All right, let's get it. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. So through his policies, through the things that he put out there, think about every city and state and town, they watch us and they make laws. For instance, in Chicago, for example, they make laws about people standing on corners. Right? They do that. In Jackson, Michigan, they pull you over for your license plate. Detroit, we a little tad bit more loose with it because it's more of us in here, so it's not as tight like that because it's more of us. They have a lot of different laws in place. Detroit just put you over if they want to. Don't really. In these cities where it's a lot of oppressors, they use little ticky-tack laws to harass our people, man. And because of a ticky-tack law, brothers and sisters lose their life. They lose their life, man. Over some ticky-tack. Over some nonsense. No reason. And through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. It says, and he shall also magnify himself in his heart. And that's what they do. Magnify themselves in their heart. I was watching something. I believe the person was just interviewing at the Trump rally. And he asked the dude about George Floyd. He said the dude, I forget the oppressor name. He said he shouldn't have went to jail. He never put his knee on his neck. And then the dude actually said, did you see the tape? He was like, No, I didn't see the tape. And it's just like, and this is amazing. Like, and it's really not amazing, but when you look at it, you're like, well, because we think different. We thinking like, well, how was you even saying that? He doesn't care. In his mind, he should have been unalived. In his mind, he deserved it. He earned it for what he done. Now, here it is. George Floyd is unalived. Gone. And they don't even care about what you go through. They don't care about what's getting done to you. How can you possibly vote somebody in like that over you? How do you do that? And expect a positive result. Why saying that right here? It says through his policies. A lot of us still got family members still in jail behind some form of drugs. Meanwhile, the oppressor, he gets to use drugs. They got stuff set up and needles. They just sick and they just need help. Now, think about how many of us still have family members locked up behind that stuff. When not only they don't go to prison, government that you vote for, that you think help you, set up nice places for them. They can just go comfortable and they don't have to worry about anything. They had them commercials on TV like it was going out of like it wasn't no tomorrow. Know somebody, they just need help. Call this. Call here and get them some help. They just sick and need help. Meanwhile, they was doing that for them, but guess what with you though? You were still going to prison. Right? And by peace shall he destroy many. And what does it mean when it say by peace? Let me tell you something. They did that so-called, and the reason why I'm talking about this war on drugs thing is because this is the very thing that destroyed the black community, and they had their whole entire hand in it. The younger brothers and sisters, they really don't know about this. And a lot of older people that know about it, they don't teach them about this. They don't explain to them what would that something actually done to our people. They don't teach them about it. The black community it wasn't just like this. It wasn't like this before integration and voting and all this old nonsense that they pushed on us. It's because of those things that our community looked the way it looks. Problem is no one outside of the brothers, and of course the brothers and sisters in here under Commander General Yohana, under Christ, we say it all the time, but outside of here, ain't nobody saying we made a mistake. Nah, don't go that route. That's not getting passed down to the next generation. They look at them and they blame them for it. They blame them for their mistakes. They look at them and said, it's your fault this is messed up like this. We did this. We marched. We sung. You're nothing. And instead of admitting that you made a mistake and teaching the younger men the young men coming up not to make the same mistake, blame them for your mistake. That's why I always thank Commander General Yohana, man. Because Commander General Yohana, he tell you, don't do these things, man, because he is a man that serves the Lord, man. He teach us to serve the Lord. He tell us, nah, don't fall for these tricks and these traps that the oppressor got for you, man. Don't you fall for them, man. And by peace shall he destroy many, man. Think about the latest movement, the alternative lifestyle, man. Think about that getting pushed. It's getting pushed on us. The oppressor been that way. He has to push it on us. Pass laws and things of that nature, making it okay. So once he passed the law, you can't even say nothing negative about an alternative person. They'll ban you. They'll shut you down. You can't even say the Lord is against it. They try to come at you every way they can. Well, in here, man, we tell you the truth. The Lord is against it. And he tried to make it seem so peaceable. Like, well, you was born that way. Can't help it. Oh, you was born into a man body. You really not a man. You really a woman. Don't you want to be a woman? You're 6'4", playing football, muscles busting out your neck, and you walking around in you want to walk around in high heels. Through peace, he destroys many. You walk around talking about you was born this way. Let me tell y'all something, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Lord don't make a mistake. The Lord had you come out, man, that's what he intended you to be. He didn't make a mistake and make you a man and you really a woman. He wanted you to be a woman. Just be a woman. See how easy that is? Your oppressor tell you, nah, you don't have to. You can be who you want to be. And it seems so peaceable. That's why the scripture, what's that scripture? Words is smoother than butter, man. Saying peace, 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 peace. But destruction is in his heart. You got pregnant by a mistake. It was just a mistake. Go ahead to the unalive clinic. I don't know if I can say that word, but to the unalive clinic, unalive your baby. Don't you worry about it. Now we in the hundreds of thousands of doing it every year. Hundreds of thousands of doing that every year. Don't worry about being a wife, man. These brothers out here, they ain't no good. You go ahead and you just keep sleeping around with men until you find the right one. When really he telling you just keep sleeping around with men till nobody don't want you, and that last one you with, he'll keep you. Everything that he does and that he's pushed on us, it is destroying us, man. By peace he shall destroy many, man. And all that stuff, it just sound good, and you think it's good, and you think it's so right, and you think it's so the thing to do, man. It is destroying the hell out of the black community, man. It is destroying the hell out of us, man. Because it's not the thing that the Lord wants us to do. Nobody is looking at that part. Everybody is just looking at what makes them feel good, what makes them happy. That's all we caring about. That's all the oppressor has us caring about. We don't even think about what the Lord really wants us to do. Man, Christianity is a hell of a drug, man. Our oppressor has done a number on us through Christianity. Because of Christianity, we don't even consider what the Lord wants. Christianity actually teaches us to not care about the Lord at all. They only care about what you want to do, what feels good to you, how you like it, what you want to do, what color is your backside. Christianity teaches us to enjoy these things, man. And that's insane. Christianity teaches us that unaliving our babies is okay. Y'all do know that Margaret Sanger, who said that that black people were weeds and that needed to be eliminated, you know she gave an award to Martin Luther King, right? You could just look it up. The exact award skips my mind, but just look it up. He done such a hey. Margaret Sanger said, "We are weeds that need to be unalive," and Martin Luther King did such an excellent job at these days. She looked at him and said, "He is doing such an excellent job at destroying black people. I'm going to give him an award." Think about that. They said give him an award for what he doing. What else they do? They give him a statue for his great work. And by peace shall he destroy many. He also shall stand up against the prince of princes. The prince of princes, man. Christ the prince of princes, man. King of kings. How do he stand up against him? How does he do it? We read it up there through his policies, through his imagery. What did he do? He he made Christ look like him, right? And then push forgiveness for our community with that image. So he comes in and harms our community, does all types of things to us. The only thing we can do, because we identify Christ inside our mind, because we don't know that Christ is a black man. So we look at it, we identify him with Christ, so forgiving to him because our love for Christ. The oppressor Christ, that is. But when it comes to one another, what I like I said earlier, they blame the youth, younger dudes, for the condition of the neighborhood. For us falling from what they thought was a great thing. They don't realize the things that they did, the decisions that they made, and the things that they did. That's the reason. That's the reason. Because if it was such a great thing, such a positive thing, guess what? Guess what? It would have worked. Right? Here, let's get Psalms 118. Psalms 118. It would have worked, man. Unfortunately, it didn't. Actually, Slakia. Fortunately, it didn't work. Because if it didn't work, we would never be finding our way back to the Lord, man. We would be bowing down to them. Think about how we bow down to them now. Think about if it actually would have worked, how much more we would have been bowing down. Now we need to make our way back to the Lord, man. That's the only real answer. Because it's just the one thing we haven't tried. Again, Black Panthers tried it, failed. Islam failed. Christianity failed. It all fails, man. Every movement, civil rights movement failed. It all fails because it's not leading us to the Lord, man, which is what the Lord wants. It's not of the Lord. It's not teaching us to be obedient to the Lord. You can't vote your way out of this. This is not something that you could go into a voting booth and fix. If it was, it would already be done. You could just vote your way out of this. Wouldn't it be fixed already? Psalms 118, and we're going to pick it up at 8. Salaki, let me do a quick sound check and make sure my sound is good. Make sure I'm good on sound. Jump right back to it. Salaki, give me. Right? Christ. All right. Psalms 118 and 8. It reads, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in a man." Better to trust in the Lord, confidence in a man. Like I was just saying, think about all the different types of movements we had in the 70s, 60s, 50s. Think about all the movements, all the marching, all the black people been marching since the 20s. None of this stuff that we doing, that we keep doing, is new. It's not new. It does not work. Does not work because we not putting our trust in the Lord. We're not even considering him. We trying to do it. We trying to fight a battle ourselves that the Lord said he would fight for us. We trying to fix the problem ourselves versus just doing what the Lord laid out the solution. The solution is there. The solution is here inside of the scriptures. The plan is right here. The problem is we not executing the game plan. It's here. You have to come into the Isupk under Commander General Yohana and learn how to serve the Lord. You gotta learn. How some fake Israelite group gonna tell you how to serve the Lord, and they telling you it's okay for you to join the Navy, the Army. Go join the armed forces, man. You can do that. Some fake Israelite group telling you that. To go fight for a kingdom that the Lord is going to destroy. The Lord hates this kingdom. And you're gonna go into the army and fight for it. So it can continue. Nah, man, they want to keep you. They want you to question. They love this kingdom. That's why they don't want it to fall. That's why they'll tell you to go serve in the military, because they don't want this kingdom. They want it to continue forever because they living in all the lust that they can have. They love the fact that they can go to them foreign countries, lay down with them little boys. They love that. They can have all the transformers that they heart desires, because they know. Guess what they know? Christ's return. It will be none of that. It will be none of that when Christ returns. You won't be transformed. You might be transformed, just not in the way that you think. Christ's gonna transform you a whole different kind of way. Hope you Did you not? It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. To the vote, like I just said a second ago, you cannot vote your way out of this. You have to understand, us being over here is something that the Lord done to us because of our disobedience, because we chose to worship other gods. So this is what the Lord done to us, because we chose to eat pork, because we wanted to vote, celebrate Valentine's Day and Easter. We chose to do all these things. So because we wasn't obedient to the Lord said, okay, I'm gonna give it. That's what you want? No problem. Go have at it. And look at us now because of it. Look at us now because of it. We better start putting our trust back in the Lord, man. Because we keep putting our trust in ourselves and it just keep failing. It keeps failing us. It doesn't progress us in any kind of way. It doesn't help us in any kind of way. It does nothing but fail us. And when it fails us, we are further destroyed because of it. Further destroyed because of it. Okay? Verse 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. We put too much confidence in Joe Biden, man. We thought he was going to fix everything. Put too much confidence in Barack Obama. We thought he was going to fix everything. And what did he do? He gave us alternative. He gave us an alternative. He said, listen here, I'm going to let all the alternativeness in the world go on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let all the alternativeness in the world go on. And now, all the alternativeness is being pushed on us. Can't get away. Think about this. They say we have to accept alternative. We can't even say, I'm totally against this. I'm totally against this. We can't even say it. We can't say, I don't want to be a part of this. We can't even say it. We have to accept it. Let's get Proverbs, the 8th chapter. In the 14th verse. Proverbs 8. We have to accept that stuff, man. Nah, not over here. Not in this school, man. Come in this school. We'll show you. You don't have to accept that. We'll show you don't have to accept it. We'll show you how. We'll show you. Not only will we show you not to accept it, we'll show you how to fight against it. Because like we read in the book, through his policies, like we read earlier, through his policies make it so you cannot speak against the evil that they do inside of this kingdom. And these is the kind of people we keep voting for. We voting for the people that make these policies, that make these things possible. That's what we do. We vote for them and we put them in office. And man, sure, it'll do it this time. It ain't worked since the 60s. It ain't worked since the 60s. That is the literal definition of insanity. Trying something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Trying the same exact thing. Sooner or later, man. Sooner or later, you're going to have to actually trust the Lord. And let me tell you something, man. You don't want it to get to a point where the Lord shows you He is the only one you can trust. You want to already put your trust there. You don't want to look up and you so destroyed, you don't know what in this world to do, and now you want to serve the Lord. You don't want to, don't suffer through that. Don't do that, man. Don't go into a voting booth. Come in here and serve the Lord. That's how you're going to create change. That's how you're going to get the change that you want. More importantly, that's how you're going to get the change that you need. Come in here and you serve the Lord, man, you're going to get rulership. You're not going to be voting for nobody. You're going to be ruling over people. That's what's going to be going on. Come in here and serve the Lord. You're going to be a part of Christ's kingdom. I don't know about you, but being a part of Christ's kingdom sounds a little bit better, because in your oppressor kingdom, the only thing he offering you is dispensary. I don't know. I like rulership better than dispensaries. That's just me. I'd rather rule. I'd rather rule and watch the Lord destroy my enemies. I guess that's just me. That's just me though. Choose wisely. Right? Proverbs 8:14, it says, counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. Counsel is the Lord's, man. You listening to the counsel of you listening to the counsel of a Democrat or a Republican. You listening to the counsel of T.D. Jakes. You listening to the counsel of Steve Harvey. You listening to the counsel of T.I. Lord said, counsel is mine. That's what the Lord said, man. He said, in sound wisdom. That's what you get when you follow the Lord and you start keeping laws, statutes, and commandments. You get sound wisdom, man. You get a Lord that allow you to see what's being done to you. And then you say, you know what? Hell no. Not no more. I'm gonna step away from that. I'm gonna get over here with these brothers. I'm gonna get in all black, man. I'm gonna get over here and learn how to serve the Lord. I'm gonna get in this brotherhood, man. Be a part of this one body. Don't go join some fake Israelite group that'll have you dressing up in purple and sending you to the military. Don't do that. They fight for the survival of this kingdom because of their lust. They don't want to see this kingdom crumble. The Lord wants this kingdom to fall. In fact, the Lord is going to crumble this kingdom. You see it happening. You see it's getting closer and closer every day. You know I ain't making this up. You see it every day, all day on the news. Warship getting put here, a warship getting put there, a warship over. It's ramping up. They are preparing. You think they putting warships in all these places for decorations? It's called warship for a reason. What's about to happen cannot vote your way out of it. I can't stress that enough, man. We so actually close to being delivered out of here, man. And you still worried about voting for Trump or Biden or Democrat or Republican. Who the hell cares? You need to be focused and cared about one thing, what the Lord is about to do. Because this ain't much longer. Lord is forever, man. And that's what you learn in here, man. Somebody will actually tell you the truth, man. Come in here and learn how to serve the Lord, man. That's better than any vote you can ever do. Because that is the key to change. Brothers and sisters coming in here and serving the Lord. Not serving the Lord if you in some fake Israelite group. Not serving the Lord if you still dancing around and jumping around in Christian church. What in the hell does all that? I got a question. If you're a Christian and you watching this, put this in the chat. What in the hell does all that jumping around do? All that running in one spot and all that old nonsense. What does that actually do as far as serving the Lord? Right? That Shalom Israel, I gotta close the class out. Got off limits. Try to be solution. Heads to heads to lock it. Tides, which is numbers 18 and 21. Ashura. Treasury Department. Not mandatory. Passover coming. Got the Passover coming. To